Inshallah, I won't have to remind everybody this again, but I probably will. You know, socializing and stuff can be done before, and actually there'll be food in between, so you can socialize while you're eating, and then afterwards. But inshallah, no socializing, you know, while we're in the program, and that includes texting and playing with the phones. And all the other modern day diseases that we have. You know, we say, oh, no talking, so yeah, no one's opening their mouth, but everybody's texting. Which, you know, defeats the purpose. You know, the purpose is to come and listen, and we're not honoring the speaker or the reciter, but we're honoring the one who's being spoken about, and the one who the recitation is about. And of course today, you know, the main topic is about Imam Hussein alayhi salam, who is the leader of the youth of Jannah. You know? So he's one of the leaders of the youth of Jannah, along with his brother Imam Hassan alayhi salam. So if we expect to be in Jannah, we need to know our leader, and we need to be on the same path as our leader. You know, otherwise, you know, we will not end up in Jannah. So, you know, we need to be aware of this and conscious of it. You know, it's one thing to know it, but it's another thing to really understand it and be conscious of what's being said, inshallah. We will start, as usual, with the recitation of the Quran. I'm going to ask Qasim to come and recite some verses from the Quran, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. Everyone, please recite with me. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فاذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي لا تكفرون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا استعينوا بالصبر والصلاة إن الله مع الصابرين. ولا تقولوا لمن يقتل في سبيل الله أموات بل أحياء ولكن لا تشعرون. ولنبلونكم بشيء من الخوف والجوع ونقص من الأموال والأنفس والثمرات وبشر الصابرين. يا أولى وإذا أصابتهم مصيبة الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. أولئك عليهم صلوات من ربهم ورحمة وأولئك هم المهتدون. صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم.
صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم. جزاkallah khair. These are verses from Surah Baqarah, and the first verse that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allowed him to recite, which is verse 152, and it goes forward from that, in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says more or less that you remember me and I will remember you, and be grateful to me and do not do kufr, you know, disbelief. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala equates ungratefulness with disbelief. And then, O you who believe, seek help through patience and salat. And Allah is with those who are patient. And do not say about those who are slain in the path of Allah that they are dead. Indeed, they are alive, but you do not comprehend it. It's beyond your comprehension. And we will surely test you with something of grief or of fear, hunger, loss of wealth, loss of yourself or your lives, loss of your offsprings, your fruit, thamarat, the fruits of your toil, your offspring. وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ, and glad tidings to those who are patient. And this is those who, when they are given some hardship, they say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. That indeed we come from Allah, and to Him is our return. Those who are patient, who attain Allah's help through, or those who أولئك عليهم صلوات من ربهم ورحمة. They upon whom is Allah's blessing and His mercy. أولئك هم المهتدون. Those who are rightly guided, or those through whom guidance is attained. And these verses, if you look at them and analyze them, all of them fit upon Imam Hussein alayhi salam. And in reality, as far as the testing is concerned, he is the only one throughout history who has fulfilled this verse completely. And we will talk about, of course, Imam Hussein alayhi salam as well, but more. But in the meantime, I'm going to ask Sarah to come and recite something for us, inshallah. So, come on, you ready?
حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله.
Is that it? You're done? Okay. MashaAllah. Jafar. Inshallah, Jafar will recite something for us as well.
Assalamu alaikum. Everybody, please recite your Sharif. जानम फिदा है दरी या अली 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 जानम फिदा है दरी या अली 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 है मोहम्मद मेरा दिल तो सीना अली मेरे जीने का वाहिद करीना अली दीन इस्लाम का है नगीना अली हक के मंजिल का पहला है जीना अली दश्त में अबर का पहला कतरा अली मेरा मुर्शद भी आका भी मौला अली अली मौला अली हर सो सदाए है दरी या अली 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 जानम फिदाए हैदरी या अली 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 सुबह से शाम तक हर पे हर घड़ी लब पे अपने रहे नाराए हैदरी याने खैबर शिकन याने मुश्किल कुशा बाद यज़दां के है दूसरा आसरा मैं मुसीबत में अब क्यों परेशान रहूं गम के मारों का है तू सहारा अली अली मौला अली रमज़े बक़ाए हाशमी या अली 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 जानम फिदाए हैदरी या अली 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 जानम फिदाए हैदरी या अली अली अली
Jazakallah khair. This is, I guess, poetry in honor of Sayyidina Ali, Karamallah wajh. And I guess the basis or the central aspect of the poetry is that, you know, my life be sacrificed for Ali, radiallahu anhu. And he says that, you know, my heart, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is my heart, and Ali radiallahu anhu is my chest. And the only reason for my living is Ali radiallahu anhu, and he is the crown jewel of Islam, and he is the first tread or first zina or first step in as far as haqq. You know, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that Ali is with haqq and haqq is with Ali. You know, it's one thing, you know, like we all say that we love Allah and His Messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You know, yet for Ali, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that he loves Allah and His Messenger, and Allah and His Messenger love him. You know, so it's a different, totally different category. The same thing, you know, Ali is with the haqq, but the haqq is with Ali. You know, again, it takes it to a totally different level. Than, you know, me saying that, oh, I'm with the truth. Well, you know, is the truth with me though? And that is the status of Sayyidina Ali, Karamallah wajh. And you know, the poet says that he is my murshid, you know, he is my spiritual guide, and he is my aqa, he is my master, and he is my mawla. You know, man kunta mawla fahada aliyun mawla. Rasulullah said, for whomsoever I am his mawla, Ali radiallahu is also his mawla. The mawla is, you know, there's so many meanings, protecting friend, but this is you know, deep. You know, this is somebody who's with you to the end, and you know, who is your support. And you know, further he says that, you know, Ali radiallahu is mushkil kusha. You know, he is the alleviator of difficulties. So whenever, you know, we're in any difficulty, you know, of course, you know, a lot of people say, oh, this is shirk. You know, and then the same person will turn around and ask you for some help. You know, and they don't, and for them that's not shirk. You know, everything is through Allah. You know, it's like people say, oh, you know, when you talk about the miracles of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they say, oh, you know, this is all through the power of Allah. You know, these are the people that you need to slap. You know, and then when they get upset, you say, oh, this was also through the power of Allah. Everything is from Allah. You know, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses certain means, and when he honors certain people with certain authority. And Ali radiallahu anhu is honored with the authority that he is the master and the leader of those who help from ghaib. You know, those who help from the unseen, whose help comes from the unseen. And you know, the poet, he goes on, and so I won't go into all the rest of it, because I think there's some others that are going to be reciting. Hasib, inshallah, come and recite for us.
Assalamu alaikum. Everyone please recite the Sharif. مولا علی کا پیارا، مولا علی کا پیارا کربل کو جا رہا ہے، کربل کو جا رہا ہے، نور نظر نبی کا طیب سے جا رہا ہے، نور نظر نبی کا طیب سے جا رہا ہے، مولا علی کا پیارا کربل کو جا رہا ہے، لے لو سلام آخر رخصت مجھے دو نانا، لے لو سلام آخر رخصت مجھے دو نانا، اسلام کو بچانے، اسلام کو بچانے شبیر جا رہا ہے، اسلام کو بچانے شبیر جا رہا ہے، مولا علی کا پیارا جا کر بقی میں بھی اماں سے یوں پکارا، جا کر بقی میں بھی اماں سے یوں پکارا، یہ لاڈلا تمہارا، یہ لاڈلا تمہارا اس در سے جا رہا ہے، یہ لاڈلا تمہارا اس در سے جا رہا ہے، مولا علی کا پیارا رو کر پکارنا نا، رو کر پکارنا نا، چھٹتا ہے یہ مدینہ، رو کر پکارنا نا، چھٹتا ہے یہ مدینہ، شبیر کو یہی غم آنسو رلا رہا ہے، شبیر کو یہی غم آنسو رلا رہا ہے، مولا علی کا پیارا لیتے تھے جس گلے پر، لیتے تھے جس گلے پر بوس نبی محمد، لیتے تھے جس گلے پر بوس نبی محمد، اسے ہی گلے پہ دشمن خنجر چلا رہا ہے، اسے ہی گلے پہ دشمن خنجر چلا رہا ہے، مطلب یہ سر کٹا کر، مطلب یہ سر کٹا کر اصغر کا خون دے کر، مطلب یہ سر کٹا کر اصغر کا خون دے کر، شبیر اپنے نانا کا دین बचा रहा है शबीर अपने नाना का दीन बचा रहा है मौला अली का प्यारा करबल को जा रहा है नूर नजर नबी का तैयब से जा रहा है.
Jazakallah khair. I'm not going to go into a lot of translation there because the poet is describing the scene when Imam Hussein al-Islam is leaving Medina Munawwara and then eventually making his way to Karbala. How he's leaving everything that he loves behind solely for the sake of saving the religion that his grandfather brought. He's not doing any of this for himself. His position is already his position. None of this is anything about the self. Everything is for the ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we owe it to him to know about him, to love him, and to try to walk in his path, or at least try to follow his path, inshallah. Majid padega Sheikh. My father is going to recite some, inshallah.
اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا مولانا محمد وآله وسلم. About the mission of Hazrat Imam Hussain al-Islam, one of the saint of India, great saint, Khwaja Muhyiddin Chishti Rahmatullah alayh, he described the whole mission of Imam al-Islam just two couplets, and I'm going to read it, I'm going to explain it, and I want everyone to memorize it. That will increase the love in your heart for the grandchild of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who gave his life to protect the deen of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. शाहस्त हुसैन बादशाहस्त हुसैन दियस्त हुसैन दीपनाहस्त हुसैन शाहस्त हुसैन king. Hussein is king. Shah means king, Ast means is. So Shah Astu Hussain, Hussain is king of the universe. Badshah Astu Hussain, he is emperor of the universe. Badshah, Shah. So it's easy. Shah Astu Hussain, Badshah Astu Hussain. Di Astu Hussain, Deepana Astu Hussain. Hussain is the deen, total deen. So Di Astu Hussain, he is deen itself. Deepana Astu Hussain. And at the same time, he is the protector of the deen. Pana means protect, So he himself is deen and he is the protector of deen. Sardad, Sar is head, Dad means to give, Sardad Nadad Dast Dar Yast Yazid. He gave his sar, head. Dad gave. Nadad, he did not give. Dust, hand. Dar, in. Dust, Yazid, in the hand of Yazid. He did not give his hand in the hand of Yazid. Why? Because it was the fight between truth and falsehood. So he was holding the banner of truth, and Yazid was kind of culprit who was on the falsehood. So, Sardad Nadad Dast Dar Dast Yazid Haqa ke bina La ilaha Hussain. In reality, Haqa, in reality, he is the foundation. Bina means foundation. La ilaha, he is the foundation of La ilaha. The kalma we recite. So he is the foundation of that, And you know the importance of foundation. Without foundation, you can't have any building. So he is so important, his character is so important that it is the basis of the La ilaha illallah. And you can imagine that if these would have been the ruler, we would not have this kind of Islam as we have now. Because Islam was going to be finished, but So, you understand? So, say one more time and then I present few more. Shahastu Hussain, Badshahstu Hussain, Diyastu Hussain, Deepanastu Hussain, Sardad Nadad Dast Yazid, Sardad Nadad Dast Dar Yast Yazid, Haqa ke bina La ilaha Hussain. Now, this one, Shaheed Karbala Dilband Zahra, Shaheed Karbala Dilband Zahra, Fida Islam hai tere karam par, इमामत के लिए हैदर से चेहरा, शहादत है मोहम्मद के कदम पर. In this verse, you are going to learn one thing. The two grandchildren, or grandson of Prophet ﷺ, both of them have the similarity with their father as well as grandfather. Hassan radiallahu alayhi salam, he was from top to navel, very similar to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and from navel to his feet, the similarity was with his father, Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala. And on the other hand, from Hussain alayhi salam, from top to navel, he was like Ali. So imamat ke liye Haidar sa chehra. So Hazrat Imam Ali is the Imamul Imamin. He is the Imam of all the Imams. So his similarity is, so imamat ke liye Haidar sa chehra. So for Hussain alayhi salam, for imamat, he has the similarity with the Imam Ali alayhi salam. And in the footprints of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he gave his life. Shahadat hai Muhammad ke qadam par. You got it? So I understand that when he was, that's why we said he was a representative of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So his shahada, it's not his shahada, it is shahadat of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he was in lieu of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was giving his life. Okay. another जो हजारों से सिजदे ज़मीन हरम पे हों, लेकिन हजारों सिजदे ज़मीन हरम पे हों, लेकिन हासिल रूह इबादत नहीं तो कुछ भी नहीं। बता दिया है नबी पाक के तवील सजदे ने, हुसैन तुझसे मोहब्बत नहीं तो कुछ भी नहीं। This is the incident, where Imam Hussain al-Islam got on the back of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he was in prostration, and Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam made a long sajda because he did not get off from the back, and Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was thinking that he might fall if I come back from the sajda. So he was thinking about Imam Hussain al-Islam, the Sayyidul Anbiya, thinking about the safety of his grandson, who is going to be hit in Karbala, more than 70 arrows and the kind of wounds by sword, so many. I don't know how he could make it last time, because I have been watching this Turkish, the documentary. When someone is hit by one arrow, he becomes crippled. He can't move anymore. If he's doing something, he stops. Imagine about more than 70 arrows on the back of Imam Hussain al-Islam. Then he requested them to make the sajda, to offer the Asr prayer, which Alhamdulillah they allowed, but they did not let him come up from the sajda and chopped his head off in the sajda itself. And I will talk a little bit afterwards, so I will show you the scene, inshallah, how Ibrahim is related to Hazrat Ismail alayhi salam. So you got it? So the Prophet said, Hussain minni wa ana min al-Hussain. Wa is tafsiriyah. That means anyone who loves me, if he does not love Hussain, he does not love me. Because Hussain is from me, So if you don't love the Hussain especially, and then the whole family of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you are not Muslim, period. So to love Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you have to love Ali, you have to love Hussain, you have to love Hassan, you have to love Fatima, and all these others too at the same time. So may Allah give us some sense, because time is so bad. People, if we talk about Imam Hussain, Imam Ali, Imam the family of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, oh, you are Shia. What is this nonsense?
Jazakallah khair. We'll break fast at 8:09, which I guess we have 10 minutes or 11 minutes. I'm going to ask Mujib for a quick recitation, and then we'll set up and break the fast, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. Can everyone please recite their Rashid? मेरे हुसैन तुझे सलाम, मेरे हुसैन तुझे सलाम, मेरे हुसैन तुझे सलाम, मेरे हुसैन तुझे सलाम, अस्सलाम या हुसैन, अस्सलाम या हुसैन, अस्सलाम या हुसैन, کر لیا نوش جس نے شہادت کا جام اس حسین ابن حیدر پہ لاکھوں سلام میرے حسین تجھے سلام میرے حسین تجھے سلام جس کو دھوکے سے کوفے بلایا گیا جس کو بیٹھے بٹھائے ستایا گیا جس کو دھوکے سے کوفے بلایا گیا جس کو بیٹھے بٹھائے ستایا گیا جس کے بھائی کو زہر پلایا گیا جس کے بچوں کو پیاسا رلایا گیا اس حسین ابن حیدر پہ لاکھوں سلام میرے حسین تجھے سلام میرے حسین تجھے سلام السلام یا حسین السلام یا حسین السلام یا حسین جس نے حق کربلا میں ادا کر دیا اپنے نانا کا وعدہ وفا کر دیا جس نے حق کربلا میں ادا کر دیا اپنے نانا کا وعدہ وفا کر دیا جس کو تیروں سے چلنی کرایا گیا جس کی گردن پہ خنجر چلایا گیا اس حسین ابن حیدر پہ لاکھوں سلام میرے حسین تجھے سلام میرے حسین تجھے سلام السلام یا حسین السلام یا حسین السلام یا حسین جس کا جنت سے جوڑا منگایا گیا جس کو دوش نبی پر بٹھایا گیا جس کو دوش نبی پر بٹھایا گیا جس کے بھائی کو زہر پلایا گیا جس کے بچوں کو پیاسا رلایا گیا اس حسین ابن حیدر پہ لاکھوں سلام میرے حسین تجھے سلام میرے حسین تجھے سلام کر چکا وہ ابھی اپنی حجت تمام لے کے اللہ اور اپنے نانا کا نام کر چکا وہ ابھی اپنی حجت تمام لے کے اللہ اور اپنے نانا کا نام کوفیوں کو سنائے خدا کے کلام اور فدا ہو گیا شاہ عالی مقام اس حسین ابن حیدر پہ لاکھوں سلام میرے حسین تجھے سلام میرے حسین تجھے سلام السلام یا حسین السلام یا حسین السلام یا حسین
Jazakallah khair. His recitation basically sending salam upon Imam Hussein alayhi salam and describing basically the atrocities that were committed against him and his family in the field of Karbala. It's 8:03, fast will break at 8:09, so I guess we'll get ready for breaking fast, and then fast will be quick, breakfast dates, and there is some sharbat, so dates and sharbat and water, and then we'll eat after Maghrib inshallah.
Okay.